Hello everyone, I'm just going to do a little tutorial today. I've been making some of these little flip up pockets that you can put into your journals, and I was very inspired by Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventure. So these are just using up some scraps of paper. If you've got any of the long strips that you've maybe cut off the 12 by 12 scrapbook papers, you can use these. These work out at 4 inches, but obviously you can make them your own, whatever size you want. And all I did was put a little eyelet in there, and then I just made a little pocket and made a little journal card to put inside. And then the other one I didn't do the eyelet, I just paper clipped on a charm, and that's the same on the inside with a little journal card. And this was a piece of paper that I used from a floral book that I have, a botanical book. So I just thought I'd show you how to make these. I did stitch mine. But you obviously don't have to stitch it if you don't want to. So I've already folded this piece of paper, but I've cut it 5.5 inches that way, and then obviously this is 4 inches, which is the size that you're generally left with if you cut off from a scrapbook paper pad, from a 12 by 12, but obviously you can do something shorter if you want to. Then I folded it down, that's roughly about 2 inches that way. It's to make your flap. I've already inked this all the way around. And then I just used some other scrapbook paper. You just use little pieces that you've got left over. And this piece I cut 2 by 4 inches. And that will glue onto the front there. And then this is another piece from the botanical book, and that I cut to 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. But again, you can cut it to whatever size you like. So they just fit on there. So I'll just quickly ink these up. This is with Vintage Photo. Right, and then I'll just glue that down. And I just hope, I haven't got my glue out, so I hope it's gonna work. Because I've got this white tacky glue that I use. And if I haven't used it for a couple of days, it always gets this horrible gloopy bit in the top that I have to remove. But yep, it's working. So we'll just glue that one down there. And we do this one. You can, of course, if you want, just glue 3 sides and make that into another little pocket if you want to. But I'm going to glue mine right down. You can also use a glue stick. I did actually use a glue stick on one of the other ones, because this tends to go a little bit, sort of bends up a little bit to begin with, but it does dry out okay. So that's on the front there. So there you have a little pocket. I'll just show you this one. So you've got your pocket. And then we need to make the eyelet in the top, like I've done here. Now I haven't got a crocodile. I've got one of these, what is it? I think it's an X cut. It's one of these, what do you call it? I can't think what you call it now. But anyway, so I'm just going to eyeball it, use my hole punch. Just make a hole. And then this, I hope I'm not going to shake the camera with these, because these are a bit strange, these things. Eyelet setter, that's what it's called. So I've just got a little eyelet. Just put that in there. And I've just used an old mouse mat to help it go in a little bit easier. If you've got one of these, you can make the hole with that, and then this is what you actually set the eyelet with. You just press it down on the top, and it's like a spring. You have to, so I hope it's not going to make too much noise. I think I'll just take that off camera just for a second, because it's making a lot of noise on the glass. So I'll be with you again in a second. It's not as easy as the crocodile, but there we are, that's in anyway. Probably does need a little bit of tightening up. I'll tighten that up a bit later. So, and then for this one, I've just used a garment pin and a nice little charm with a flower on it. And we just put that through there. And there you go. And then obviously you can sew around it if you want to. So I'll just show you how they look inside a journal. And this is the little journal that I've been making using the Scholar's Ledger class, which that's just about finished now. There'll be a video coming up on that one, probably after this video. So I'll just find the page where I had it. And then I just have it paper clipped in up top there. So, and that looks really good. You can just move it around and take it out if you want. So I'll show you the other one, how that looks. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and I'd love to see anyone, if anyone makes any like this, I'd love to see them. So there'll probably be another video coming up pretty soon with this journal and another one that I've made for myself. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.